Heidi here at my desk. And last week got a little crazy, just a little bit crazy, but in a good way. I was really focused on my creative projects. And then, of course, I had to get everything else done, which, I was thinking about you guys. And I was thinking about making a video and I was thinking about that challenge. But I didn't quite get over here to do this. And, sometimes that kind of stuff happens when it gets a little crazy. And rather than make myself feel guilty about it, which I would have done in the past, I'm just letting it go. And this week's a new week. And this week is freed up quite a bit compared to last week. So, what happens on the first Monday of the month is I go to Coach Jax because even coaches need coaches. And so this week on my thumbnail, I featured Doug Wilder. And if you're a coach in Jacksonville, Florida, you should join us for the next Coach Jax. It's usually the first Monday of every month. Now, in September, it's Labor Day. So no September meeting. So the next one's going to be in October. But if you scan the QR code, or it's scrolling on the bottom there, you can register and get reminders. We get some great lunch from Claire's Tidbits. And today, for example, we talked about how to know how to price our packages. And so one thing that I love about hanging around coaches is most of them are all about helping people. And so even though you've probably been out there, you've maybe shopped around for some coaches before, and some of the coaching prices are a lot. I mean, I have definitely worked with some coaches and invested a lot of money, so it can kind of be a little bit intimidating. And it can be intimidating just to even, as a coach, set a price like that at first, because, I heard a lot of it going around the table today is coaches really do want to help people. I am sure that there are coaches out there that are out to get you and scam artists, as they say when I go on the internet. But the ones I've met, the ones that I get to meet with on a regular basis through Coach Jax and that I've met through Doug Wilder, have been such a great resource to me. Just being able to learn from them and how they've structured some of the things. And I mean, we're not even working in the same industries, but a lot of the same insecurities, a lot of the same how do I do this kind of questions are very similar. So I really, really appreciate Coach Jax giving me the opportunity to meet other coaches and learn from other coaches. And another great thing is coaches are awesome referral sources. Um, I think most coaches recognize, and I recognize, that I am not going to be the right fit for everyone. I'm not meant for everyone. Some people are going to jive with me, and some people are just not going to like me. And all that's okay. There are a lot of people that you can work with. And well, I get to this because one of Doug's goals was that he wants every household to have a coach, which is why he started Coach Jax, so that he could help nurture and grow other coaches and their practices. So, there'd be enough coaches for every household to have a coach. And there's so many reasons why you have a coach. I mean, let's just think way back, right? to when you were in school and playing sports and you had a coach. Or maybe you weren't into sports at all and you were in acting and you had a director. Well, in a way, a director is like an acting coach. And if you continue with that line of work, you probably are going to hire an acting coach. And if you continue in sports, you're going to continue to have coaches. It's not unheard of for someone who is in entertainment to have a coach, because there's a lot to think of, there's a lot to process, and the clarity that you need to take the right opportunities, to work with the right people, sometimes that doesn't come from yourself. And a coach is a great person that you can talk to where you know the conversation is confidential and that that person really wants to see you succeed. I would say that that's pretty much the main goal of most coaches is they want people to be living the life that they really could be. And it's just sometimes some mindsets or some processes and things like that, or maybe you're just not doing anything at all. You need a little accountability, a little bit of a push to get going. So I love these coach meetings. And Doug, thank you so much for doing these meetings. Doug is also, he's been my mentor since 2021. Let's just give him a stormy nod of approval. Yes. So he certified me in business coaching because I recognized that if I wanted to work with music industry professionals, it was the business strategy part of things that held musicians back. And so I wanted to be able to apply these business practices specifically to the music industry. So for those people that were trying to do it, it would make sense. Because sometimes all this corporate language or whatever that you get, it just seems like this stuff isn't for me. But it is for you. And it can be really exciting too as you start to put the pieces together and begin to understand who you are and why you want to create what you want to do and who your people are and how you're going to talk to them and how they're going to connect with you. It can really become an interesting conversation and not as boring and business stuffy. It's what some people might think. So anyway, coaches are great. They're awesome. You can talk to a lot of them. Do a call, for like 15 minutes, for example, like I do. You could just, scan that barcode in the corner. If you want to really type it all in, that's why it's scrolling at the bottom. But you can just book a call. It's 15 minutes. You want to book it because I told you at the beginning of this call, I'm like super busy. So the best way to talk to me is just get a spot on my schedule. And a lot of coaches are like this too. They really do want to talk to you. And it doesn't hurt to just see how they might be able to help you out. It doesn't always have to cost you money at the beginning. And that's something that held me back for a really, really long time is I always thought, well, I don't have any money for that. I don't have enough time for that. Statements like that, And so I never, ever looked into it until one day it was just felt so desperate because I wanted all of these things for my band and my music. And I wasn't doing anything really, I felt, to get it there. You know what? Incidentally enough, once I found a coach, they were telling me that I was doing more than enough and I just wasn't giving myself credit. So take that. I was just making myself feel bad unnecessarily. So anyway, take that as a lesson for for yourself, if you will. Those hyperachievers with me. So this weekend, I finally reached a milestone. A milestone. I don't know. Let me see if I can get it not blurry in the camera. This rock was a really, really boring rock. It was definitely not shiny. I just threw it in last minute. I didn't really think that it would get that special, but it's probably one of my more favorite rocks. Feels really good in your hand to rub it. So really great for those 2-minute breaks in between stuff, just to get some clearer thinking again, not feel so stressed out. But I was also able to fill up a lot of slots in my box of rocks. And I got my fish tank done. Sadly, though, the driftwood is, well, I guess living up to its name. It's drifting at the top of the tank instead of sinking where I intended it to be. But I mean, for this situation, it works out. My other tank, the driftwood, actually sank the way it was supposed to. So had fun rescaping my fish tanks this weekend, as well as doing a bunch of, boring household chores that you got to do. But look how nice my desk looks. There's enough. I didn't even just clean it right before I went live either. But anyway, that's all I have for today. I guess if you remember nothing else from this live stream today, if you don't have a mentor to talk to, if you don't have a coach to talk to, I mean, just go check it out. Shop around a little bit. See if it's something that could help you out. Because for me, it was something that accelerated my success and how confident I felt in what I could build. And it just, again, how do you make it feel easier to work in the music industry? Well, you have somebody that you can talk to that's a trusted advisor that's going to give you advice outside of your current knowledge, that's going to connect you to people that you don't know that are going to be able to help you get there. And most importantly, they're going to keep you in touch with why you're doing this so that you have a clear image and an idea of what opportunities are good for you to take and the right people you should be talking to. So thanks you guys for watching me today. And if you're a coach in Jacksonville, Florida, I hope you join us for Coach Jax next time. Let me pop that back up on the screen one more time. Just scan that QR code right there or go to wildersuccess.com/Coach Jacksonville. All right.